guys, so I officially have 2 subscribers, and I know who they are. They're my mom and my dad. Yay! So many subscribers. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing a story time. So my friend, she gave me she gave me a tip. Like, if you're doing story times, people are gonna think you're bragging. I'm not bragging. Like, I'm a freaking chatterbox. Like, I can talk all day if it's someone I meet and I have a really good connection with them. I will talk for literally hours. And I don't care if it gets dark. I will talk all day. So when I come home from school, my friends are sick of hearing all my stories. My parents are sick of hearing all my stories. And I don't have anyone to talk to. So why do I just take it out of my YouTube channel? So yeah, I'm obsessed with YouTube and I'm trying to call myself a YouTuber. I'm such a big fan of Gloom, Azulan, Infinite Lists. I'm a fan of all those people. And so today I'm doing a story time about my trip to Ireland and Egypt. I'm gonna do half of the story, so like half all of the Ireland trip and a little bit of the Egypt trip, and then I'll do a part 2 tomorrow. So, and I'm not bragging. I'm sorry if you think I'm bragging, but I'm not. Like, I need to chat. So let me close my door quick. I always wondered how YouTubers would just feel talking into a screen. Boom, this is how it feels. And it feels like I'm actually talking to someone right now, which you watching this video, I'm talking to you right now. Hi. So, so we started off, I'm not telling you what airports we use, because then, like, they can figure it out somehow. They can figure out how to find me. So my friend, Annie, she didn't have, like, Messenger and all that before, but then Daniela did. So I was, like, sad that I had to go away and I couldn't, like, text Annie or anything, because she's my best friend, but I could text Danielle, and she's also my best friend. They're like sisters to me. I love you guys so much. And so anyway, to get to the point, we packed up all our stuff and got it ready to, like, put in the car in the morning. We woke up at 3 a.m., got the stuff in the car. We're like, hopefully we're not late. So we drove there. We had like 3 hours to spare. So I was like texting Melanie. I was like, oh, I already miss you. And she's like, oh, I miss you too. Have a good time. I'll text you later. I was like, okay, because it was like a weekend. And so we get on the plane. We go on the plane. I napped like the whole way because it was only like 2 hours until we got to the next thing, hopefully. But anyway, then we get to the next airport, and then we go from there. The cheapest way was to go to Ireland first and then Egypt, which made no freaking sense. But that's what happened. So we stopped at Ireland and we decided to stay a week in Ireland. So we got there and we were like, oh. So it was like probably like 8 o'clock in the morning. And like we were a few hours ahead from my home country, which was sad but Egypt was like even more hours. So anyway, we're talking to Ireland right now. So we drove to one of the most haunted castles in the world. Sadly, it was closed, so we couldn't go inside it, but we took some really neat pictures of it. And so then we drive to this place called Blarney's Castle. It's a touristy site, so I'm allowed to say the name. And so we get to Blarney's Castle, and there's this rock at the top of the castle. If you kiss it upside down, you can get good luck for a very long time. So, of course, we were checking out all the levels, taking a whole bunch of pictures. And for my thing, like, my teacher didn't give me that much homework, and the only thing she really wanted me to do is make a presentation and give it to the class and show them pictures and stuff. Which I did that for my class when I went to Australia. So, we get to Blarney Castle, we're going to the top level, and then we realize, like, if you go all the way upside down, you look down like this, there's like a crack and you can see all the way to the floor. And this is like almost a 50-foot castle. So I was like, nope, not happening. So my dad did it. So he has good luck and my mom and I don't have good luck. So, yeah. If you're wondering what the drawing's on me, my friend drew this on me today. And, so then we're done at Blarney's Castle. I like sleep until we get to this place like 2 hours away. We did a whole day of driving. And then we get to this place called Giant's Causeway, which I will say it was incredible. It was like a 20-minute walk, but it was worth it because all the raptors shaped like octagons, like all of them, and they were like little steps. And the waves were like big, and it was so cool. We took a whole bunch of pictures. I actually found one of my favorite pictures there. And yeah, so then we went to a few other places that were just like shallow places that, yeah. And so then we rented out this house for like the day. So there was this big house, and then there was this little small house where this lady had her teenage son living sometimes. And there was like a table, a kitchen, a couch that turned into a bed, a TV, and a bedroom, and a bathroom. So we were all set. And so we slept there. The next day we had to get on the plane to go to Egypt. And we were like all really excited. We were like, yes, yes. And so we get on the plane and we go to Greece first. We had to go to Greece. And mind you, I know I'm sounding kind of like a spoiled brat here, but trips do have their pros and cons. Like one of them was in Egypt, they don't marry blonde-haired, blue-eyed girls. And I'm a blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl. So we thought we had to wear scarves over our head. I'll get to that later. But this guy, he's like sitting, like, you know how they have the rows of seats for when you're waiting for your plane to board? So we were sitting in the second to the first row, waiting by the boarding station. And this guy was sitting in front of us. And so he got on the FaceTime with his family, and he had like his, let me use my hand, like this was his phone, and he was like talking like this, and this was us in the back. He turned his phone every so often to look at me. And we were like, oh, he's just like, until he got his freaking teenage son online. And I'm like, guys, I'm 10 years old. And this guy was probably like 19. And I was super grossed out. And then my mom kind of put her arm around me like, hey, back off. Like, freaking back off. And so then like, she decided, like, even though my dad was beside me, she didn't want to, like, whisper over to look weird. So we tried sending her a text, but it didn't work because we didn't have any internet connection. And so, yeah, we got on there, and she put the text on her phone, and she showed it to my dad, and he's like, I know. And so then we get on the plane. Nothing's too weird from there. We get to Cairo, and we get off the airplane, and already freaking ready. It's very hot. Like, it's hot. And so we're like, oh, this is hot. It's very hot. It's nice, because we were like, it was like, we went to here in November, so it was like, this is hot and it's nice. And so nobody was really staring at me, surprisingly. There's only a few guys that was like, hi, and they were like, a few girls that were like, hi, it's nice to see you. And so we didn't think we needed to wear the scarves. Like, we didn't wear the scarves. And so we get to this hotel, and we get there, and we get to our hotel. It's a nice hotel. We have 3 beds, all for me, mom, and dad. I don't have any siblings. I'm an only child. I only have half-sister and stepbrothers. But, so then we get into our room. We just lie down because we were exhausted. And we basically we went out a few times, but there was not a lot to see. Like, where we were located, there was, like, no touristy places. Like, you walked around, you went to the supermarket, done. So then we went to sleep. And then at, like, 6 o'clock in the morning, my Aunt Gigi joined us from... My Aunt Gigi, she travels more than us. She's in Egypt. She's been to Brazil, she's been to Russia, she's been to China. She's been in the most dangerous country by herself. She can do a 300-pound squat with a weight that's 300 pounds. And every time she goes somewhere new, she gets a tattoo on her leg. I was like, oh my god, I love and she's so much fun too. I love my Aunt Gigi. She has her own YouTube channel, actually. Next video, I'll tell her your YouTube channel, because I don't know off the top of my head. So, yeah, and she comes and she wakes me up, and she's like, oh my god, we're in Egypt together, finally, because she was like, all excited before we got there, and I don't get to see my Aunt Gigi very often. And so we were both excited. So then we had to take a 10-hour trip to Luxor. Luxor is also in Egypt. It's just higher up in Egypt. And so, like, if you go over here, look at my map. Wait, I'll just... So, I can't flip this around for some reason. It's not working. So if, like, you look over here, like, you see, like, Egypt right there. It's Egypt. If I don't... Okay, I'm not going to do this. Why can't I flip this around? Like, goodness gracious. I don't know if you can see, but right there, that's Egypt. This is Cairo. And all the way down here is Luxor. So this is Cairo. And this is Luxor. So we had to take a 10-hour trip there. Let me get my normal setup. And so we had to take a 10-hour train there. The only thing is, like, you get tickets for your seats and stuff. We did not get tickets. Yeah, I know it sounds bad. So we're with my Aunt Gigi, we're with Rob and my mom. And so we're like, okay, let's just take 4 seats. And if someone says, okay, this is my seat, Gigi's friend that she knows there, we move to, like, 1 seat, like a row of seats up. So we kept doing that until there was no more 2 double-sided seats. And they were not leaving me blue-eyed, blonde-haired girl alone in Egypt. So, and we ended up running out, and we had to, my dad found a seat, and he wouldn't move with us. Sorry, I don't smell good. And, yeah, so, we were sitting in, like, you know how they have those trains where you have the rows of seats and then you have the thing where you have to walk through? We ended up sitting right by the train door in one of those, and it was loud and bumpy. We sat there for, like, 2 hours and just talked. And, like, you know how you're like, oh, Raya, how did you get your bags around, like, your suitcases? We did not have suitcases. We had backpacks, and I had a bag with my phone, my diary, a book, and some colored pencils. So I was, like, looking through my diary. I was like, let's write in my diary. And I was like, bad idea. I can get it everywhere. So I just decided not to, but then I wrote on it when we found seats again. I forgot to tell you, before we were in Cairo, we went to see a museum. I got, let me see. One moment. Examine my beautiful background. Oh my god. Oh, it's over here. I have a bunk bed right here, and there's, like, a bottom bunk and top. And I keep them right over here from Egypt. Wait a freaking minute. Yeah. Okay, I got it. So at the museum, I was allowed to have one thing from Ireland, and my one thing from Ireland was this bracelet, and it's super cute. It has, like, I lost one of the charms already, though. When I first wore it to school, it was, like, a green charm, which I was sad. But this is what I got in the museum. It's, like, this super cute teal rock thing. And I, like, love it so much. It's my little pyramid. And I'm going to keep it right there. And so, yeah, I got that. When we were freaking crossing the street, it was terrifying because they just move around you. They don't stop. They move around you. So this guy from the museum, he was so sweet. I love this guy. I don't know his name off the top of my head. I wish I did. But he was so nice, and he was like, let me take you. And then he grabbed my hand because he realized I was scared, and he took me through the traffic. And Mom almost got hit by one of the cars. Like, she was, like, in front of it, and it went jerk, and she was like, ah. we made it out alive, though, and he probably knew this guy, and we bought a whole bunch of stuff from this guy. So my mom had bought these 5 little art scrolls that had, like, art and stuff on it, and had scrolls, but this guy was like, no, those break, those crumple easy. So we gave those 5 ones to my friends, and one of them to my uncle. And so, while we were there, we got this. It's not the box, it's perfume. Y'all, I'm a tomboy. I don't wear perfume. I don't know if any of my school members, like, notice this. I put some on me before school, because I just like to smell my wrist sometimes. And, like, this, oh, I wish YouTube made an invention where you could smell things through it. But that smells like flowers and all the good smelling things. Like, all the flowers that smell good in that bottle. So I chose that. Mom also got a perfume. We got a whole jar. But then, back to the train situation. We got off the train. We ended up finding a seat. I ended up just sitting on Rob's lap anyway. And so, we got off it, and it was Luxor. And now, that's where I'm going to end the video. I really want to keep talking. This is like the longest thing I've done. It's already like almost 17 minutes. And if you want a part 2, comment down below. Even if you don't, I'm going to do it anyway. See you. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.